Hey, it's Mark, back with Tons of Gas Auto Collection. Moved into a new warehouse here, so I want to show you some of the cars that were not here last time or in our previous video. Nevertheless, picked up this Murcielago. It's a LP 640, 2008. Just picked up this 964 about 3 weeks ago. It's fully built, 550 horsepower, totally badass. We got the Hummer still over here, which I think you guys have seen. Now I do have about 12 cars that aren't here. We'll throw some of them in at the end of the video. The Mini Cooper, one of my favorites, it's a 74. We got the Audi Quattro crammed in the corner over here. I do have some items from my house garage that I have not put away yet. The Mercedes pre-merger AMG, Callaway Turbo, GTV6, the Lotus, super cool car. The RWB we got, Alfa Romeo Milano 75. This, we're gonna do a video on. It's a Scirocco with a Rieger kit. I picked this up in Germany. Really cool. We got an E36 M3, the 190 16 valve Mercedes, the Testarossa, white on red, the BMW 320 IS Turbo, the Lancia, another Callaway. We got the Gambala over here. You guys did not see this. This is the Lancia Delta Integrale. It's a 2.0 turbo. The Mini Moke, this I take to all the races. I cram it in my trailer with my Lamborghini Super Trofeo. I take that to the racetracks, really cool. The Subaru 360, it's a 360cc two-stroke. We've got the DP, and I'm gonna show you some of my motorcycles. These were not in any of the videos before. This is a GSXR 50, super rare. A Honda ZB50 with an 80cc kit. That's a Honda NSR 80 two-stroke, a YSR 50 two-stroke, YSR 50 two-stroke. There's a 74 Honda Z50. This is a really cool one. It is a chrome 1986 Honda Z50. It's called the Christmas Special. Dennis Rodman actually rode this coming out into a club one time. Nevertheless, another YSR 50, or actually this is a YSR 80, I'm sorry. One really cool thing that I have is this is a Honda Pilot. It is I think it's an 88 Honda Pilot. It's a 400cc two-stroke motor. It's got a centrifugal clutch on it, kind of like a snowmobile engine or motor. But I had two of the Honda Odysseys before that, which were the 350cc's. We used to ride them in the dirt and stuff. This is a really cool piece. Honda Pilot, 400cc two-stroke. We've got a Honda Gyro. It is a three-wheel, and as you turn, it's like pretty safe. So pretty cool there. This is a Aprilia AF150cc with a single-sided swing arm. One of my favorites, a Derby 50. We've got a Benelli Cafe Racer 125. My niece made this for me, pretty cool. KTM 390, 0 miles. I had that brought in, didn't start it up. I want to collect that and keep it to the side. Most dangerous thing in the garage, right here. It's a Bellata with a Polini 50cc motor in it. Thing will do about 60 miles an hour. People want to ride it. I let them ride it. And as soon as it shifts out of first gear, it hits second, they back off. Very dangerous. Another quad, 50cc. I bought that for my niece and nephews. They kept it outside, so I repoed it. We've got the Golf Rally up here. The E46 with 16,000 miles. The Renault R5 Turbo. Super cool car here is the Jetta. It's a trophy, 16 valve. That's got, I think, 12,000 miles on it. Really cool. Mark I Scirocco, 54,000 miles. An Alfa Romeo GTV6 Maratona. They made 150 of them. This you guys didn't see last time. This is a 1988 300 CE pre-merger AMG, but it's got a Mulsman twin turbo kit on it. It was having some work done last time. I've got my AC Schnitzer 840 crammed in the back here. A couple Alfa Romeo signs, some bikes, Mike's Hard Lemonade, shock top, really cool. Kind of Evel Knievel looking bike. We've got about 10 or 12 more at another location, so we'll snap over to that right now and take a look at them. Hey, we're back here. I told you I'd show you some more of my cars that I have. I'm partners in this place. It's called Dynamic Autotune here in Charlotte, North Carolina, European repair shop. But in the showroom, I've got my BMW E30 Heritage. Super, super nice car. It's so clean. The interior, the paint, the body. Actually, I'm going to show you the engine right here while you're up here. It is, it's actually been rebuilt and stroked out. And it's a really, really cool build on it. Pistons and stuff like that have all been changed out and redone. So really cool, really clean car. I picked this up probably a year ago. I've always wanted one, but I always wanted this color. It's super, super awesome. And I don't even remember the actual name of it. Cool Heritage wheels. Obviously, it's got the stripes on it, kind of like an Alpina. The tuners back then were Alpina. Heritage is not as well known as the Alpinas are, but H22. I always liked the E30 because that's what I grew up with. One of my first probably 10 cars that I had was a 325E. And I remember I bought it on Thanksgiving Day. So pretty cool. I like this a lot. And then over here, we have my Lamborghini Jalpa. It's Jalpa. I bought this probably 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And I took it up to Evans Automotive in Ohio, and I had them rebuild everything mechanically. All the brakes, the suspension, the gearbox, the engine, everything was rebuilt, redid the wheels. The only thing I didn't touch was the interior or the body. So really cool. Rocky took it out in Rocky 3, got mad at Adrian and ran around town and whatnot. But one characteristic that it does have from the Countach is the rear wing is the same. So same rear wing, pretty cool. But this is our shop car. It used to be mine, and then I sold it back to the shop so we could do tuning and stuff like that. Turbo on it. I think it's pushing high fives, somewhere in that nature, but E36 M3. And once you get it going, it's so light and so fast. The blow-off valve is just amazing, but really cool car. We take it to car shows and whatnot for the company. So I'm gonna show you a couple other ones outside that I have here. So here we are. This is my M5. I was driving home from visiting my nephew playing soccer at Furman University, and for whatever reason, the water pump went out. I drove it, temperature never got up, but for whatever reason, the head gasket blew. So they've got that apart right now. Really cool car here. This is a Volkswagen GTI Callaway Turbo. It's got 32,000 miles on it. It was actually a magazine car, and back in 80's, they used to kind of two-tone stuff, and so it was kind of a spirited thing to change it a little bit. But I'll show you the engine bay on this. It's a really clean one. So as you can see, look at the interior. It's so nice, so clean, 32,000 miles. It's got the turbo boost right by the, where the K, what is that, the Whistler radar detector is, the boost gauge. So I'll show you the engine on it. Reeves was a pioneer and it's a functioning hood scoop, so pretty cool. I actually have the Callaway valve cover for it as well, so runs out pretty good, 32,000 original miles. I'll show you some outside too. All right, so we're walking outside here. My Jetta was in. I took about 10 cars down here just to get serviced, battery, all the fluids, anything it needed. I wanted them all serviced. This is pretty cool. It's a Volkswagen Jetta, 1981. It's got 4,405 miles, so 4,400 miles, all original. I bought this out of Alabama. Pretty cool car, Mark I. So this was in here getting serviced. One other one that's getting serviced, unfortunately it's outside, but it's the Koenig. So a couple things I did to this since I got it. I did a lot of maintenance. I put new AC compressor on it, and I threw some of these period correct Recaro seats. It's locked up. But anyways, it's an 1983 Koenig special. So they're doing some work on it, just some maintenance and whatnot I like to make sure that all my cars are perfect when I take them out. I want them all working, functioning, head to toe, top to bottom, bumper to bumper. So anyways, this is a really cool one. I'll have probably do a full length video on this at some point. So we're gonna leave here at Dynamic Auto Tune. Follow Dynamic on Instagram, Dynamic Auto Tune in Charlotte. But I've got probably another 7 or 8 cars, a couple other places that we're gonna show you. Really cool cars. Callaway, Milano, Alfa Romeo restoration that's about 8 years in the working. A Mercedes 1-of-1 190 Callaway turbo and a GTV6 turbo, Scirocco Callaway turbo, my manual Murcielago Roadster. We're gonna be right there soon. See ya.
The best thing to do if you, next time you're down there, if you just unbolt, it's just should be 2 10s.
All right, so this is really, really big day for me. This is my Alfa Romeo Callaway twin turbo Milano. They made 2 of them. We don't know where the other one's at. I know it was in Florida for a little bit, went to Texas, lost it maybe 20 years ago. So this is about a 10-year deal for me, off and on, couple different shops, but we're here at Alfa Import Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's finally done. So really cool. It's got a functioning hood scoop. I'll show you the engine in a minute, but nevertheless, I put an Evo kit on it. It's got the front bumper and everything, the fender flares. I got a set of Racing Dynamic wheels for it. The rear fenders are flared. Obviously the side skirt, which is really cool. I'll show you the inside. I put these, it comes with factory Recaros, but I put these Corbeau seats in it, the Corbeau seats. I put these in it, but when I bought it, we bought a couple extra yards and I had them redo the back seats as well. So, pretty neat. It's got the Callaway boost gauge up here on the dash. And it was a silver car, which silver was the lowest level of, actually I think it was a gold, I'm sorry, it was a gold. Was the lowest level of the Milanos. No sunroof, slick top, just basic stuff. I'll show you the inside under the hood. So twin turbo setup, full restoration. Body was all taken apart, everything was done. Put a fiberglass hood on it. Twin turbos, I love them. One of my favorite cars, so I'm just now seeing it all put back together, and it just, to me, it's awesome. This is a 86 Alfa Romeo GTV6 Callaway twin turbo. This was my first car that I bought that was really to start off my collection. It's got a set of Gotti wheels on it. How many miles we got? 73,000 miles. I used to drive this all the time around town. Most people never seen them before. Same thing, twin turbo setup. They made 37 of them. I've got 4. I had 5, I sold one. But Giuseppe was in there just doing a little bit of work on it, changing out some plugs. So, pretty cool car. This is the ultimate of the transaxle Alfa Romeos, having the Milano Callaway twin turbo and the GTV6 Callaway twin turbo. We're gonna go look at some more cars. I've got a couple other ones, I think about 4 or 5. We're gonna head to some other shops. So we'll see you soon. All right, so here we are at Eurowise in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mike, I know the owner there, he does a lot of my car repairs and whatnot, specialty cars. But what we have here is this is about a 4-year restoration. It's a 1984 Mercedes 190 Callaway turbo. They only made 1 of them. So I found this in Florida and bought it. It was really, really rough shape. The engine was locked up. We ended up building the engine, and then I had to put a standalone unit on. It's doing about 350 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder. So super cool, full nut and bolt restoration. Had the BBS 3-piece original wheels that were on it, refinished. It's got a set of Recaros that came with it. The really cool thing about this car, it was a collaboration between Reeves Callaway, BBS, and Recaro. And so it's got the BBS kit on it, the BBS wheel, Recaro seats, Callaway turbo. So that what they were trying to do was to promote this to the Mercedes dealer as a dealer option. It never materialized. It's the only one. In fact, it was featured in Car and Driver. I think 1984 did an article. The last sentence of it said, if you want one, good luck, because they only made 1. But I'll show you the engine here. This is super nice. Took a lot of time, a lot of resources to get this together. And the car's not actually 100% done. We still have to do some cleanup, but you can see every nut, bolt, everything's zinc coated. They did a really, really good job, and I wanted it to go back like this because I wanted it super, super nice. But I'll show you, probably my favorite feature of this car is where Reeves put the boost gauge. And if you check this out, the boost gauge is actually right in the middle of it. Really, really neat. I'm excited about it. Over here, we have my Diablo. It's getting a clutch put in it right now. So to do the clutch, you've got to take out the whole entire engine. So here it is. And look how big the engine bay is. The engine bay is literally half the size of the car. So hopefully I get this back soon. I did some videos on this with the rotiforms and the air suspension and stuff. I like driving this car around town. I want to get it back fairly soon. So we're just kind of waiting for them. But we've got a couple more cars. So we're going to go to 2 more shops after this. Another Callaway, my Murcielago, that is a manual. So keep watching. We're back here at Parks Detailing. I've got a 1984 Volkswagen Scirocco. It's got a Callaway turbo kit on it, and it's number 2. There's a plaque on the inside. It's got a Zender kit on it, BBS wheels. This was a one owner when I got it. I'm gonna do a special on this because when I bought this, the owner wouldn't give it to me. So stay tuned for that. Nick does a phenomenal job. He does a lot of my cars. You can look around. He has a really, really clean shop. They sell online products. So I'll let Nick go ahead and let him tell you about what he's doing to the car. He's doing a paint correction on it.
Yeah, so 90% of what we do here at Parks Detailing is gonna be PPF and ceramic coatings on new vehicles. That's really kind of where the industry is headed. But with Mark's collection, it's definitely very different. A lot of his cars are older. It's not your modern new production base coat, clear coats. Like this car, for example, is single stage. So the whole approach is a little bit different. With the new cars, it's more about protecting the paint with PPF and coatings. With his cars, it's really getting them detailed at the highest level possible while also not taking it too far. On some of these older cars, you actually can polish through the paint. So it kind of gets to my OCD a little bit because I want to make it perfect, but they're older cars, they have character. So it's keeping the essence of the car while polishing the paint as perfectly as possible, but still keeping all the paint intact on the car that's there. So we'll obviously also go through the interior, the wheels, the engine bay, just a full overall detail. So a little bit different than what we do on 90% of the jobs here, but love working on Mark's stuff because it's always very eclectic and each job has its own unique challenges. Because as you can see, like this G80 sitting over here compared to this, just the body lines, the intricacies of the car, it's a totally different challenge than working on a newer vehicle.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the engine bay here. So they didn't make many of this is a Mark II Scirocco. They didn't make many of the actual Callaways. I've seen maybe a dozen. This is number 2, Callaway valve cover. I'll show you what's really cool. If you can bend your camera down here, this is neat. This is where the intake is for it's all the way on the ground. They drilled in here to give it some more airflow.
Okay, that's what those are for.
Super cool.
I was wondering if that was just an aesthetic thing or like functional. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's functional. So
Very
really
sweet.
neat. Like I said, it's a one owner. It's got 54,000 miles. We're gonna head off to go take a look at the Murcielago gated after this. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so we're wrapping it up. Just picked up the last car here, which is a 05 Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster. The cool thing about it is it's a gated 6-speed. So they only made 39 of them in the Roadster with the 6-speed manual transmission. So pretty cool, I like that. Just to put some new tires on it. Just had a major service done to it, so it's ready for the summer. It's winter here right now, so it's a little bit cold to take out, but not too bad. Sitting next to my 08 LP 640 balloon white. Amazing setup here. I'm excited to drive this. I bought it about a month ago. So please, I hope you guys liked all of the cars that we showed you today. I still have some other ones that are hanging out some other places. We'll get to those at another time. Most of all, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, Tons of Gas. Follow on Instagram. If you can share to other pages, that'd be phenomenal. Tons of Gas Auto Collection. Take care.